Hey guys, I thought I'd do a quick video on my top 10 horror movies, and as you know, this is very hard to do, hard choosing the films, there's a lot missed out, and I'll just say with this one, I won't go into much detail because I'll cover them in upcoming DVD updates, but yeah, I just wanted to show you my taste in movies, I guess, yeah, my top 10, and first up we got Day of the Dead, directed by George Romero. Now, this is my personal favourite Romero movie. A lot of people seem to hate it compared to Night and Dawn, but I just found it to be, yeah, the perfect zombie movie. I really loved it. The gore, the setting, the story, the character development. I just found it perfect. I think, I won't go into detail about that, but Bub, I think a lot of people had a problem with Bub, but anyway, this is released by Umbrella, who I always seem to mention, great DVD company here in Australia. Next up we got The Evil Dead, and again a lot of people would be familiar with this, probably familiar with all of these, but great, funny, gory, inventive little romp from the 1980s, and yeah, I don't really need to go into much more detail than that. Directed by Sam Raimi, Mr. Spider-Man now, and this is the Ultimate Edition, released in Australia. Pretty cool cover up there, I thought. So, yeah, I've got about 2 versions of this movie now, but anyway. Next up, here's Cemetery Man, or Deli Morte, Delimore, directed by Michelle Soavi, I think you pronounce it. And I found this to be just the perfect film. I really enjoyed it, the existential kind of nightmarish feeling and setting. I just found it, yeah, as I said, perfect. And I was pretty late to the party with this one. I only recently saw it, but I was blown away by it, and I don't think it's overrated at all, so I urge you to go out and get this one. And it's Region 1, so Australians, keep that in mind. You Americans, lucky bastards, can probably just go out to the store and buy that one, but yeah. Next up, The Thing by John Carpenter. I think it's a better film than Halloween. I think it's better done. Just the atmosphere, the setting, the paranoia-filled nightmare that this movie is. Of course, it's a remake, but a lot of people find it superior to the original. Yeah, I just think it's a great movie, classically done. His best film, in my opinion. Next up, we got Re-Animator. Like Evil Dead, very funny, gory, romp from the 80s again. And yeah, directed by Stuart Gordon, just a great movie overall. And Herbert West has got to be one of the best characters in a horror film. This is the 2-disc Australian release. It was only released like 6 months ago, which is pretty poor. But we got this cool little pen syringe there, who I think you get that in the Yankee Bay release, I think, but I'll just get it out for you. Yeah, it looks like the syringe from the movie with the same colour formula in there. Haven't used it, of course, but anyway. And yeah, again by, I think this one's an Anchor Bay one, Umbrella one, so Umbrella again, strikes again. And with that one, I've got a kind of funny story. When I was first getting into horror movies, I was reading up reviews about Re-Animator, and they were comparing they put it the severed head cunnilingus scene. If you don't know what cunnilingus means, look it up, to the Evil Dead tree rape scene. And I had no idea what cunnilingus meant, and my parents were already pretty concerned I was into horror movies. But I went up to my father and I asked him, there's this horror movie, blah, blah, blah. What does cunnilingus mean? And he kind of gave me this odd look. I'll never forget it. I felt very embarrassed, and he probably thinks I'm a perverted horror lover now. But anyway, next up is The Wicker Man. And this is one of my first horror movie experiences. I saw this, yeah, as I said, one of my first horror films I saw. So it's kind of stuck with me. I still think it's very chilling and haunting. I mean, the mood, it's able to capture the kind of perverse, I don't know, very weird kind of atmosphere, but it's still a great movie. If you haven't seen this one, go out and watch it. It's a really good film, and this is the UK 2-disc director's cut. Pretty cool little item. Next up is Dario Argento and Suspiria. yeah, I find this, out of all his films, which I consider all the majority I consider very good, or classics, I find this one the best. Just the colours, the grand scale of it, just the over the top kind of hyper realism, and I really like the setting too, the whole supernatural element and witches and all that kind of thing. Great film, I love this one. And again, that's a Umbrella DVD. So next up is Zombie, or Zombie 2, or Zombie Creeping Flesh. No, that's, sorry, Zombie Flesh Eaters. Yeah, I like, this isn't as highbrow as the other ones. It's kind of cheesy and low budget, and of course it's directed by Lucio Fulci. But when I first saw it, I was pretty gobsmacked by it. I don't know why, I just found it to be a great film. I loved the makeup by Gianetto De Rossi, the gore, the story, everything. I just found it a wicked film. I love this one. It's probably my favourite Fulci movie, although The Beyond's up there too. So anyway, now I had some problems with this one too, and it's Roman Polanski's Repulsion. I was kind of debating whether they'd have the Tenant in there also, because I find it on par with Repulsion. I like them both better than Rosemary's Baby, even though Rosemary's Baby is a great film. But yeah, I love Repulsion. I decided on that it was going to be this one, but just, I don't know, the weird mood and kind of sexual overtones and all that kind of thing. I just think it's a brilliant film, very classically done, great movie, and anyone who hasn't seen it, go out and see it. And this is the box set, Australian box set, with Knife in the Water, Repulsion and Cul-de-sac. So great movie. And lastly, it's kind of fitting to finish on this one, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and this one's a little steelbook release. Again, Umbrella, great company, and like with Wicker Man, this is one of my first horror movies I saw, and it's the reason why I'm into horror, basically. It just latches its claws into you, and you're perilous to do anything. It's just a superb movie. It's been imitated a lot, but never bettered. Leatherface, I love that scene at the end with Leatherface where the girl gets away and he's kind of throwing his tantrum with the chainsaw, doing his dance on the road. I think that 10-second segment there is just perfect. I love it. So yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and these were all in no particular order. And again, there's a lot of movies I missed out, like Don't Look Now, Halloween, of course, Mario. There's heaps of Mario Bava movies, but I had to, of course, reserve myself to do 10, so 10 it is. And I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you think with a comment and all that kind of thing. But yeah, thank you for watching.